Well, we are at Fort. What fort are we at? We've been at Fort today. We are at Fort Ligonier, Ligonier, Pennsylvania, with Goober the Traveling Bear, and we have been on our big road trip, and we're about to go in and visit the museum. Goober has a special pass that allows him in. All right, everyone, we are once again at Fort Ligonier with Kevin and Walt, and of course Goober the Traveling Bear with his Scoots barbecue bag. Scoots is everyone's favorite restaurant.
That's true. It really is amazing. They've got all these different artillery carriages. This is what they used to carry the cohorn mortars.
So I've made several videos of Fort Ligonier, but we're going to make another one. So it's February 10th, 2024. And this, I really think Fort Ligonier is one of the few sites that has the artillery train.
Yes.
So all the siege guns needed to bombard Fort Duquesne.
To get away, guess what? They're going.
So this is the fort for the jumping off point to take Fort Duquesne. All right, we will go up to the fort. Wow, here's the guard shack, the sentry box. Now this is the outer works. I'd like to mention, you'll see swivel guns at different locations at the fort, and here's one here, quite unique, and you'll see them different places. So it's Route 30 below us, and again, more splendid pieces of artillery, siege mortars, carriage guns. Now, one of my past videos, I did quite a long lecture on the device used to pull cannon barrels and such off of cannons. All right, there's another guard shack sentry box. Let's go in the fort. And it's just a fluke of luck that the weather's nice and they have it open in February, which is unusual. All right. Put your just one of the greatest collections of siege guns. I mean, just wonderful. Now, reenacting in one May it was French days, and we made this the French Fort Duquesne for a weekend. I was in position here as a French soldier firing at British troops, and that was quite unique. So we will continue our travels through the fort. Yeah, and then we have you have a cabin over there. All right, we're in the inner compound. So here we have the officers' mess. And just love this site. They do such a nice job. I never have spent the night in this room. It's usually has officers in it. Us French Milice and French Marines end up here. There's a veteran of the French Indian War there. All right, as we continue our walk, so here we have a barracks.
These soldiers' barracks.
Yes. Now, when I've reenacted here, this is my spot that I always would pick. So this is the officers' barracks. And of course, we have our fireplace with our metal plate to help with the heat.
This is pretty well insulated.
Yes.
And
Probably leaks less than my house did before I got new windows and doors.
we have our muskets. Just another wonderful historic site. All right, as we continue along, we're following Kevin and Goober the Traveling Bear. And so this is one of the many supply rooms.
This is where I'd be.
And of course, Walt would be back here like...
Marking them up.
I think Walt would be a bit like Crap Game in Kelly's Heroes.
Or grog here.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, of course, during the Battle of Bushy Run, they used these bags as a defensive defense, sort of like Rourke's Drift, too, come to think of it. All right.
That is a mountain of music, guys.
All right, so
This is the French house thing.
this is an interesting building. I don't know if it's going to be open.
The guardhouse.
It is open.
Yeah, let's go see.
All right, Kevin's going down with Goober the Traveling Bear.
Go in, you never come out.
Maybe, be careful.
All right, I got to turn off the camera and go down the stairs. Okay,
A fireplace.
so
And
that's a big bed.
yeah.
This holds probably be 2 or 3 soldiers per section here.
But why is this one like this and so different from the other?
Because they have their weapons and they're at the ready, and they have their. This is the guard room,
Oh, the guard room. Okay.
so they probably have most of their equipment on.
Yeah. Okay. They just grab their guns.
Grab
and
their
run out the
brown
door,
vests and off they go.
Stumble up the steps. They're ready.
As we continue. All right. Well, another supply room. The North Storehouse. Just it's really neat to be here this time of year without the even the French tourists. The French reenacting tourists when that was a French fort for French Day only in May of one weekend. Other than that, this is a British fort. All right. Well, it's really time to head down to the museum quickly. But we'll stop here at the officers' quarters quickly. Okay, well, this was a very quick Fort Ligonier tour. We're going to go and hit the museum. I think my plan will be to do the museum separate to this or include it. And there's Walt and Kevin and Goober the Traveling Bear. in their Scoots barbecue bag. And just so you know, we're running out of time, so we're not going to hit those barracks buildings. But they're very nifty, along with the Conestoga wagon. And of course, I have several Fort Ligonier videos, so you can always go to one of those. We're going to go hit the museum before it closes. One of the real interesting things is on-site archaeology. And just below your feet, an 18th century apple. Really cool, the different artifacts they have found here, including the apple. So, the 1900s. In the 1900s, they found fork, license plate, marble, spoon, pliers, even some glasses. The 1800s. Okay, they dig deeper and find horseshoe, it looks like, and of course a spur, a lock, a porcelain arm to a doll, and a pipe. And in our 1700s, we find leather, wood, lock, porcelain glassware. Okay. The home of Arthur St. Clair, a very interesting person in history, well worth Googling. Well, the Forbes campaign. Here's a set of pistols. And George Washington's pistols. Very nice. Now, you're only getting a snippet here. I apologize for that, but we only have so much time trying to put 4 museums into one. So, the art room. Just incredible. Field Marshal John Ligonier. Queen Charlotte. Beautiful artwork.
Here it is.
Braddock's Field.
Field Marshal Ligonier.
Fort Necessity. Okay.
He was French by extraction.
So St. Clair
Oh.
was the one that did all the.
He was
All right, well, Bill here, and we're closing this out with Goober the Traveling Bear and I, along with Kevin and Walt. We went to 4 museums today on February 10th. We need to go now to Gloucester, Virginia from Fort Ligonier and get some Scoots barbecue and meet up with Gary Ward. Goober says yes to also. Everyone stay safe, be kind, and be courteous, and thank you for watching.
Ligonier was very impressive. I mean, besides all the artillery and seeing a real fort reconstruction, the displays inside were phenomenal. It blew me away compared to going to most museums today. So, place to come and see.